Today's topic, what's your favorite type of weather? And today we'll listen to one of our top fans. So we'll listen to Tanzina. Here we go.
Hello, this is Sanjina. My favorite type of weather is winter for its different kinds of characteristics. We get a lot of vegetables and food, and there are many types of cake festivals. And then I found my favorite date juice. In winter, the body stays warm, so sleep is also quite comfortable. Thank you.
Okay. That wasn't too bad. I thought it was mostly okay. Your cadence was good. So you seem to have a decent level of fluency when it comes to speaking. And as far as personal conversations go, this is good enough. Even for the IELTS test, I would say this is good enough. But because this is a place where we try to practice and improve our speaking skills, I would challenge you, Tanzina, try to expand your answers up to 1 minute. So that was roughly, I think, maybe 20, 21 seconds. Let's expand that to 1 minute. Keep talking. Okay? That's not too tough. Normally, the ladies have no problem when it comes to talking. It's only when it's in English it becomes a little difficult, but I'm sure this is something you can get over. So the thing that I want you to achieve is when you're preparing for this speaking test, you should be able to keep going and keep going and keep going. When you can do that, that demonstrates to the examiner, yes, she knows what she's talking about. She is fluent in English. They can actually stop you and they can go to the next question. That's not a bad thing. If the examiner stops you, that's not a bad thing. That means the examiner got the idea, what you're trying to say, and they got the idea that you're capable of talking. So let's listen to this again. I'll give you some feedback on where you can improve your pronunciations. I think I heard one grammar mistake. Maybe we can revise that as well. And then I'll also give you some pointers on how you can expand this answer and make it longer. So let's listen again.
Hello, this is Sanjina. My favorite type of weather is winter for its different kinds of characteristics.
Small grammar mistake here. For its different kinds of, that's all right. Just say different, okay?
We get a lot of vegetables.
There's no need to say a. We get lots of vegetables. Sorry about that.
And food. And there are many types of cake festivals. And then I found my favorite date juice.
I find. Okay. And then I find. I would say find means to discover something. Usually when the season comes around, you don't discover a type of food. It's just that season that food comes out, right? So it's not maybe find is not the right answer. You can say, I enjoy my favorite juice. You can say that my favorite drink. Maybe you can take that approach.
Okay. In winter, the body stays warm, so sleep is also quite comfortable.
So comfortable. I revised this previously in a previous recording. The correct pronunciation here is comfortable. Comfortable. Okay, so how can you expand this answer? Well, number one, let's talk about the weather itself more. You said you liked the winter season, right? You like winter days. Let's expand on what you mean by winter. Okay, so I like the winter season, especially when the weather is between 10 to 15 degrees Celsius, when it's not too cold where I have to wear too many jackets, where it's not too hot, where I don't have to sweat while I'm walking. You can describe it more in detail over there. So you can expand on just that answer itself. Tell me about the weather, the exact weather that you like. Describe what that feels like. Describe what the atmosphere is like. Or, when it's cold and the sun is not out too much, when it's cloudy or it's overcast. Describe that a little bit more. You can talk more on that if you want. And then you can also talk about how does it make you feel, And I know you talked about some of that towards the end, but you can expand on that more, You can expand more on what types of things you do during that weather. For example, I like to play badminton during that time. You can expand on that. You can also talk about what are the downsides of that cold weather. So for example, when it's really cold, I don't really like wearing, heavy socks. And sometimes it's very difficult taking a shower with that cold water. So I have to warm up the water. So you see how I'm expanding on that one question. So try doing that. And then you can add some personal touches there as well. Keep this in mind. You don't have to tell the truth. Sure, you can draw on your personal experience, but even if you, make it up, right? If you just say something that you do, but you don't really do. For example, maybe you don't play badminton, but you told the examiner, I like playing badminton. They're not going to catch you on that, right? You don't have to tell the exact truth. What matters is that you can talk, that you can expand your answers, that you can talk, okay? And the same applies here. You don't have to tell me your personal details if you feel that's, confidential. But what I want to evaluate you on is the fact that you're able to expand your answers. That's the key point, okay? As long as you can do that, that's a good sign that you're ready for the exam. So that's mainly the main advice I have for you, Tanzina, which is try to expand your answers more, okay? And otherwise, for the most part, it was okay. There's a few grammatical issues here and there, but you can improve on that with time. So that's not an issue. So anyways, yeah, that was a good submission. And বাকিরা যারা দেখছেন, আপনারা যারা আমাদের স্পিকিং ক্লাবে জয়েন করতে চান, আপনারা নিচে দেওয়া আমাদের ডিসক্রিপশন বক্সে লিংকটাতে ক্লিক করে আমাদের স্পিকিং ক্লাবে জয়েন করতে পারেন, যেখানে প্রতিদিন আপনি ইংলিশে কথা বলার সুযোগ পাবেন। প্রতিদিন আপনি আমার মতো প্রতিদিন আপনি এরকম একটা ফিডব্যাক শুনতে পারবেন একটা স্টুডেন্টের সাবমিশনের উপর, এবং প্রতিদিন আপনি একটা মডেল আনসার শুনবেন আমার থেকে, যে এই প্রশ্নের উত্তরটা আমি কিভাবে আনসার দিতাম। সো যদি এগুলো আপনাকে ইন্টারেস্ট করে, অবশ্যই আমাদের ক্লাবটাতে জয়েন করে ফেলেন, এবং দেখা হচ্ছে নেক্সট ভিডিওতে। আসসালামু আলাইকুম।